Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great President's Day holiday weekend and you got a chance to have some time off, maybe enjoy some time with friends and family, or to travel, or to work, or to do something during this short week. So I hope everyone is staying safe. I know we've had some rough winter weather up here in the North Midwest. Say that really fast 10 times. North Midwest. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on and give some housekeeping updates for the course as we head into Module 6. You all are doing an absolute fantastic job in the course with your discussions, with your quizzes, with your course assignments. Got a couple of emails that I just wanted to go ahead and not only I responded back to the students directly, but wanted to give a video update to the class. The quizzes are coming straight from the reading. Some of them are author questions, some of them are questions that I come up myself. But the quizzes are just to make sure that we are doing the readings every week and to make sure that we understand the concepts. So quizzes aren't really meant to trick you. However, they are meant to make sure that we are reading the material and can differentiate, the difference between a legitimate term in the text or something that might be made up or anything like that. So just please keep that in mind when you are taking your quizzes. Discussions have been absolutely fantastic. You all have done some great things as far as the concept of the discussions. I know not every discussion requires you to respond to your classmates, but this past week didn't. But when you all are responding to your classmates, you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. So just thank you very much for that. Homework. I know the definitions are, listed in the readings as we do those, and I'm looking forward to using a lot of these concepts in not only your midterm exam but your final project. So please just make sure that we are keeping up with those, and that goes for the same thing with the course activities. I know this last week you all had some great opinions and some things to say about the Norwegian slow movement and the train video. So thank you very much for that. One last housekeeping uh, situation before we get into just a quick discussion today about mass tourism, green tourism, and sustainability tourism. Midterm is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Just to let you all know, the midterm will be a written exam. The midterm must be submitted in a Word document as an assignment with your answers. So it will not be timed. There is a start date and an end date, hard end date, but it's not a timed test or anything like that. However, all the responses must be submitted in writing and a Word document. So more information coming up on the midterm here as we start, but it is coming up in a couple weeks, and I do give you some extended amount of time to work on that midterm as it lines up with the break. So please keep that in mind as you're planning your next couple of weeks with your work-life balance and travel and spring break and all of those things. So a couple of course content items that I wanted to cover for week 6, which is mass tourism. Um, you know, a colleague not too long ago was struggling with explaining to her class the difference between sustainable tourism and green tourism, which is one of the concepts the author does tackle in this book. Sustainable tourism, even though sustainability and green can kind of be used hand in hand, especially when talking about renewable energy or green practices and things like that. But sustainable tourism as a concept actually means that can this destination, small, large, medium, whatever size it is, sustain not only the tourism aspect, but the local community, the labor market, the financial market, the security market, things like that. We can take a look at back in the 1800s and early 1900s. There were multiple high level, what was considered mass tourism destinations here in the United States that don't exist anymore, or just exist as a historical landmark or things like that. One thing from my grandparents' generation, and this is mentioned in the text, was Atlantic City. That used to be a thriving tourism destination. It was one of the only places on the East Coast that you could gamble. So the gambling, the nightlife, the restaurants, all of those things used to be a thriving metropolis of tourism. Now, not so much. It's very much in its decline stage because of multiple factors: increased competition, the emergence of Las Vegas, indigenous casinos in the area. All sorts of things have contributed to that area's decline. So when we're talking about sustainable tourism, not only are we talking about sustainable green practices, but we are also talking about, can this tourism destination sustain its impact on a local community for long amounts of time? So Just please keep that in mind when we're using that, as opposed to green tourism, which is really focusing on renewable energy, supply chain minimization, reducing our carbon footprint, things like that. Another concept that you'll come across in the reading, and we'll dive across this later on in the course, is greenwashing, which is a concept of, a company or an organization will say they're green to get good press or to attract a certain type of visitor, but in reality, they're doing it more for the show. They're not practicing what they preach. So, we'll get into that a little bit more into the semester, but an interesting concept, and you may see some questions about greenwashing coming up either on an exam or maybe an extra credit assignment. I think it's a really interesting concept and something that gets thrown around. So, as I mentioned today, a very quick video. Just wanted to distinguish and give some, perspective on the difference between a sustainable tourism destination and a green tourism destination. The authors do a pretty good job in the book of explaining that, but I just wanted to give my take on that, and also update you all on some housekeeping items for the course. So, like I said, quick video this week. Next week we will go a little bit further in depth into the dates of the midterm, so you all have those hard dates. I may open up the module a little bit early on that, just so you all can get an early start. A student has already asked if they could do that because of some travel arrangements they have during that time. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. And I thank you all for your time and attention today. Have a great and safe holiday week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.